Good morning, guys. Unbelievable. Did you see what is happening in Abia State of today? Abia State is no longer competing with other states. States like Anambra, states like Lagos. Abia State is no longer competing with any of these states. Abia State is now competing with Dubai. What Lagos cannot do is what Abia State is doing. What Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, is not doing is what Abia State and Abia State Governor is doing today. Today, Abia State is the only state that can boast of 24/7 power supply. Yes, you heard it from me. You heard it from Chinik TV. Abia State is the only state in Nigeria today among the 36 states in the country that can boast of 24/7 power supply, thanks to Labour Party, Alex Otti and the people of Abia State that makes it a reality. Abia State is the only state that is being controlled today by the Labour Party. Oh yes, you heard it from me. It is the only state that is being controlled by the Labour Party. And you can see what is happening there. Anambra State and the Soludo came in before Alex Otti. But look at where Alex Otti is today. Look at where Soludo and Anambra State is today. Can you compare the both of them? In terms of infrastructure, you cannot compare them. Abia State can boast of 24/7 power supply. No other state can boast of that. Why did I decide to bring this video this morning? It is as a result of what happened before the 2023 presidential election. If you guys could still remember, our president that was supposed to come in the person of the former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi. If you guys still remember, Mr. Peter Obi traveled all the way to Egypt, northern African country, because they have or they used to have 24/7 power supply. Mr. Peter Obi decided to go to Egypt to understudy what the Egyptians are doing that Nigerians are not doing, that cannot give them 24/7 power supply. Mr. Peter Obi traveled to Egypt. You saw what happened. He went there to understudy how they distribute power, how they generate power, how they store power, and how they do everything about power. It took him, I think, a day or 2 days or 3 days to understudy what the Egyptians are doing in their own power sector. At the end of the day, he got so many things from the Egyptians. You can see what is going on in this video. That was Mr. Peter Obi and the Egyptians' power supply whatsoever. They are showing him how Nigeria can also do what Egypt is doing today, to have 24/7 power supply. And I thought that Nigerians are going to see all these things, all the things that Obi traveled a lot. When I see people, or when I heard people saying that Tinubu have equipped himself, have prepared to be the president of Nigeria for over 20 years, that Peter Obi was not even prepared to be the president of Nigeria, I laugh. I laugh in Latin. How can you say that Mr. Tinubu or Chief Tinubu prepared for over 20 years to be the president of Nigeria, yet this is 8 months or 9 months? We cannot even, in Abuja, we cannot even have 12 hours power supply uninterrupted in Abuja. After somebody have prepared himself for about 20 years to become president, at the end of the day, up to this moment, we cannot boast of 12-hour power supply in our Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. And you tell me that Mr. Peter Obi that traveled all around the world, across the world, to study what is happening in those countries, why things are happening, why things are going on well, and it is not going on well with our own country. And somebody will say that Mr. Peter Obi is not equipped. That is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Oh, I still remembered what Mr. Peter Obi said after this journey. He told Nigerians that if Nigerians can emulate what Egypt is doing, Nigeria will also have 24/7 power supply. And Alex Otti heard what Peter Obi was saying. He emulated, he understudied what Peter Obi was saying after that journey. Look at where Abia is today. The almighty Lagos that was built by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, by the Fasholas, by the Ambodes, by the Sanwo-Olu, up till this very moment, cannot boast of 24/7 power supply. But look at the tiny Abia, the dot Abia in the southeast. They emulated what Peter Obi, the travel of Mr. Peter Obi to Egypt. They emulated, they studied what Peter Obi went to Egypt to do. They joined hand with geometric power supply people. And today, Abia State, the dot Abia State, the tiny Abia State, can boast of 24/7 power supply. Even your Abuja, the so-called Federal Capital Territory, the den of kidnappers and so on, they cannot even boast of 12-hour power supply. Oh, why did we miss Mr. Peter Obi? Why did we miss Mr. Peter Obi? By now, Nigeria would have been having 24/7 power supply. Yes, had it been we had what Mr. Peter Obi is saying, had it been we had what Prophet Peter Obi was telling us in those days, we never listened to him. After that Egypt travel, that he went and understudied what the Egyptians are doing, we never listened to him. We never hearkened to the voice from the wilderness. The voice that is saying, prepare Nigeria for the future. Prepare Nigeria so that when I come, there will be 24/7 power supply. Nigerians never had that voice. It is only Alex Otti that had Mr. Peter Obi's voice. And look at where Abia is today. Look at where Abia is today. For those that are saying that you have to prepare for 20 years or for 27 years so that you can make Nigeria better, so that you can transform Nigeria like Lagos. Look at people that want to transform Nigeria to be like Lagos. Yet Nigeria up to about 8 months, we cannot boast of 12-hour power supply. What a country. What a nation. Why did we miss Mr. Peter Obi? Why? What happened, Nigerians? How did we miss Mr. Peter Obi? What happened? Abians hearken to the voice of Prophet Mr. Peter Obi, and look at Abia today. Abia is no longer competing with Lagos but Dubai.